Hello everyone, Princess Alethea Kontis here. I have a couple of really fun things to tell you. Actually a few. If a couple is two, then a few is three. Number one is that yesterday I went to see the cherry blossoms in Washington, D.C., which is on my princess's list of things to do before she dies. Hooray! Hooray! The second thing is that I have this one single copy of the World Book Night. Here you go. World Book Night version of Enchanted. This is what's going to be given out on April 23rd, Shakespeare's birthday, and we are all so super excited. I am doing an event tonight at Cascades Library. I am doing an event on Wednesday at One More Page Books, and the big main event is April 22nd at Gum Springs Library in South Riding. I'm going to hang out, sign books, talk about things, and just be awesome. I think I'm pretty good at that. The other fabulous thing I have to show you is, voila! Dearest, this is the advanced reader copy. Look, teasers. Last page, no spoilers. See, people are going to pause that. No spoilers. Mwah. Now you have to wait until February. I am so sorry. But if you haven't read Hero yet, you have a lot of time to catch up. Today on Fairy Tale Rants, we are going to talk about the Grimm's fairy tale Clever Gretel. This is a different Gretel from the Hansel and Gretel that you are familiar with. This Gretel is a cook, and she owns a pair of red shoes. In fact, the first line of this particular fairy tale is one of my favorites. Let me read it to you. There once was a cook called Gretel, who wore shoes with red heels, and when she went out in them she gave herself great airs, and thought herself very fine indeed. For some reason, that first line kind of reminds me of Anne of Green Gables. I'm not quite sure why, just the whole, like, puff sleeves and cherry cordial kind of thing, but I love it. Anyway, Gretel is a cook in a fine master's estate, and she, like the first line says, enjoys giving herself airs. She thinks that whatever she makes, she should have at least one, because she likes to taste what she eats and she deserves the best of everything. The master is having company one night, and he asks Gretel to cook 2 fowls. Gretel cooks these fowls, roasts them slowly, all kinds of lovely juices. Okay, vegetarians aren't going to get this, but the rest of us, trust me, it's fabulous. So Gretel is looking at this stuff and it looks pretty good, and, you know, where's this guest supposed to be? She tells the master, look, your guest isn't here yet and these things are gonna burn, so you better go find him. The master runs off to get the guest, and Gretel starts drinking. I guess that's what cooks do when they're bored. So she starts drinking, she takes the chickens off the spits, and she bastes them with butter, and time is passing, and she's hungry, and she says, oh look, one of these wings is gonna burn. I should just probably eat that, and so it doesn't look bad. She eats one. Time passes. She says, you know, I should really eat the other one so it doesn't look funny, so she does. And then she goes ahead and eats the whole thing. And then she goes ahead and eats the other one too. Of course, this is when the master comes back and says, my guest is on his way. He's right behind me. Get everything ready and I'm going to go sharpen my knife. Gretel hears him sharpening his knife, and she goes to meet the guest at the front door, and she says, quick, just turn around and run, because my master is really an evil guy, and he wants to cut off your ears. Listen to him. He's back there sharpening his knife right now. The guest hears the knife being sharpened and quickly runs away. Gretel then goes into the master and says, some fine guest you had at your house. He just stole both my chickens and ran away. The master says, that cad, he could have at least left me one to eat for dinner. And he runs after the guest with his knife, yelling, only one! Only one! Which I'm sure the guest thought meant only one of his ears. And Gretel, in her pretty red shoes, got away scot-free. The end! I really like this fairy tale. Hooray for Gretel! I love when the clever people get away with stuff. Maybe it's just, I don't know, strike one for the super nerds, but go us! I hope you have a great Monday. Have an amazing week. I hope if you're in the area that I see you at one of my World Book Night appearances. And love you guys. See you next week with another fun fairy tale. Mwah.